Hey guys, I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, having a good time, waiting for the holidays and everything that happens in between. So, I am back with another video, obviously, because you're seeing my face. But then, what am I trying to say? Yeah, so today I'm just here to let you guys in on some of the fashion rules that you guys should be breaking and those ones that you shouldn't be breaking. So, yeah, fashion has transformed and evolved and become this huge thing that everybody just gets to express themselves, and you guys understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so yes, these are some of the fashion rules that when you guys break, your style game is going to transform, like literally 1,000%, and the ones that you really need to follow for the same thing to happen to you. So let's just get started. So the first thing that you guys should throw in the bin is the fact that people say red and pink don't go together. You see, gone are the days where that was a rule that had to be followed, and it had to be followed like very strictly. Nowadays you can really play with these two colors and it brings such an amazing combination. You look so nice, and if it's done well, like everything out there, if it's done well, it looks really good, it looks really classy, and it's so fun of a look to try and play into. The second thing is navy and black don't go together, as well as brown and black don't go together. Again, gone are the days where we used to think about that. Navy and black really go together if you do it well. Like if it's like a navy skirt and a black blouse, that looks amazing, and then some nice boots depending on the weather, or heels depending on which side of town or the universe you live in. So it depends on how you dress it up. Or brown and black. Nowadays brown and black looks really good, especially if you're looking into maybe like a casual type of look, and you just put on a nice brown chunky knit and as simple as black jeans or just a black skirt and sneakers. It looks really, really cute. Well, this has been a rule for the longest time ever, that you shouldn't be mixing metals. So if it's silver, you can't, if you're wearing silver in your outfit, then you shouldn't be wearing gold, and if you're wearing gold, you shouldn't be wearing silver or rose gold. So depending on what the metals to you look like. But then gone are the days where this was something that you really had to follow to the latter. Nowadays what you need to do is to make sure that it looks intentional, rather than like a hazard, like a flashing light of metals. No, you shouldn't do that. But then I think a special combination that I wouldn't try is something like a rose gold and gold. That one I would like really keep it far aside. But then you can look into, you can wear maybe a silver belt and a silver pair of earrings, and then have like a small gold chain, maybe small gold heels and a gold bag. So you see, they're all balanced, just like everything you need to have balance. They're all balanced, they look intentional, and they look really, really good. The next point is that you shouldn't be mixing prints. Who said that? And whoever said that should be stoned. No, I'm lying. I'm not really. I don't advocate for violence. But then, true. Gone are the days where you can't mix prints. Nowadays, you can just have fun with fashion and style and express yourself as much as you can in however way you can. And the best way to mix prints is to just try and have the big prints with the small prints. That way it looks balanced and it looks nice. And you can also try and play with contrast, such that if one is a bright print, then the other one is a dull print, then it also all looks very good together and it doesn't clash. Just like you can mix different colors together, you still have to make sure that they all blend in properly. Then there's someone out there who says that classics have to cost a lot of money. Well, people talk about how you have to invest in basics and have basics that, I don't know, are very high end. I really feel like that's a lie, because you can get some really cheap basic pieces that are good quality. Just like I usually say, price usually doesn't mean good quality. So cheap can be good quality and expensive can be bad quality, and vice versa. So depending on how you're going to shop, if you make sure you're shopping well and you know what you're going to get, then you're going to get yourself something cheap and it's really good. So you can still have these classics for ages and ages. I have classic pieces that I've had from maybe 2013, 2014, which is actually such a long time ago, and I still wear them to date. And why is that? Because I just went and got myself some nice pieces and they weren't actually expensive. You don't expect someone who's like 17, 18 to be affording expensive stuff, right? So yeah, those were really some nice pieces. The next thing is that every woman must own a trench coat or ballet flats or a shift dress or like something black, well, or like an LBD. For real, it used to be like very important because some of the times you would really need to have these things in place, but then gone are the days where that was really a must. Nowadays, if you love something, then go for it. If you don't love something, then don't buy it. Just don't buy things because everybody says you gotta have it. Not really, because you can get something that feels true to you, true to your style, and you can rock that as much as you want. Apart from like, instead of having like something specific, maybe ballet flats, and you don't even like wearing flats, you're probably like a sneaker person. I have a friend who actually just owns sneakers and heels, so I wouldn't ask her to go and wear flats because it's not her thing. So don't go ahead and buy stuff just because they say you should. The next thing is about the old matching your bag and belt and shoes, so that you can look good, so that you can have like look stylish or whatever it is. People usually say nowadays you don't really have to do that. You can have an animal printed belt and black shoes, or a black bag and maybe green shoes. So you see, it really doesn't have to be like all matchy because I remember there was a time I used to go, when I go shopping, I had to make sure maybe if I get a black bag, then I'm getting myself a black shoe that goes together with the bag, or like I get myself a black hat, like to match these accessories over. But then nowadays you really don't have to do that. As long as you make something that can blend in properly, like you can make a combination of an outfit that blends in properly, then you're good to go. Like you see, for example, let's say this, I would probably wear snake print pair of shoes. I'd actually wear maybe, or like a leopard print pair of shoes. I would wear a brown bag, and I would wear maybe just a plain belt. Maybe it's black or whatever the color of my jeans are. So you see, it still looks good, but also it looks alright, and it's not matchy, but it still looks okay. So keep thinking. And then the other thing is, which actually makes me sad sometimes, and it usually kind of feels sexist, is that tall women shouldn't be wearing heels. Who said that? I mean, look at this runway models. Look at Daki. First of all, how tall is Daki, and how good does she look in heels? I mean, I can't even speak because of how amazing that is. Tall girls can wear heels. Nobody can tell you nothing. You see, if you feel good in something, then go right ahead and do it. The next point is that sweatpants and sweatshirts shouldn't be worn outside the house. Well, to be fair, sometimes, depending on how you look, then if you go out in sweatpants, you really just look like you've been lounging in the house. But then if you dress it up properly, then you start looking a bit casual, you look dressy, and it's also quite a nice athleisure type of outfit that really works well if well paired. For sweatshirts, sometimes people have the notion that sweatshirts can only be worn casually. Well, not anymore, because nowadays you can wear a sweatshirt and have a preppy shirt underneath, have a blazer, and wear a formal pair of trousers and go to work. Or wear sweatshirt and nice skirt and a nice pair of heels, and also go to a formal event. So it depends with how you dress it up. So in as much as pieces have been traditionally made to fit the criteria of casual or loungewear, then it doesn't mean that it strictly has to be so. You can always switch it up and change it for a different occasion. Just like nowadays people wear night or slip dresses to events, and long time ago, or like back in the day, slip dresses were meant for the bedroom, and that's it. So the next thing is that people think that bold colors can only be worn one at a time. With color blocking, it doesn't happen like that anymore. So as long as you know which pieces work together, you can wear mint and maroon, or mustard and green, or you can always have these bold colors, mixing and matching them and just making sure that they look good. But then just make sure you do your research and look at which colors look good with others. People have the notion sometimes that pastels are only meant for Christmas. No, not for Christmas, for summer. And I understand, because they're so light and they're so light colored, and they're so they're so soft. Then people have that notion. But then, to be fair, nowadays there's that craze of styling blush or like pastel colors in the winter, and they look so nice, and it makes you look so cozy, warm, clean, classy. As in, there's so many things that this pastels make you look like, and I think I've talked a bit about that in my previous video about looking warm and stylish. The next thing is the notion that you can't wear glitter and sequins for day wear. You can always do that nowadays, because a while ago you had to like strictly wear them for a night out or like an evening rather than a daytime function or whatever. But then nowadays you actually can, as long as you make sure you dress it appropriately to look like you're going for a day event. Like, let's say sequin blazer and nice pair of jeans and just a nice pair of sneakers, perfect for a day event. Change that into the same thing and have leather trousers and nice pair of like minimalist heels, and you're good to go for a night event. So you see, you can switch them up here and there, and it looks good for both events. So do not restrict yourself to just one thing. And the fact that people think that you only have to buy when your size, so like now I'm like a size 10, 12, so people have the notion that I should only buy a size 12 or a size 10 outfit because that's my size. No thanks. Nowadays sometimes I buy clothes that are size 20, size 18, size 22, 24, depending on how I feel about the item and how I envision to style it. So if I envision to style it in a particular way, then I'm just gonna get it and I'm going to put my vision in it, and it looks good. Sometimes oversized clothes really look nice, and depending like on how you actually dress them. And gone are the days where you can't wear socks and sandals. I did a blog post recently complaining of how cold it is. Well, okay, most of my blog posts this month have been about complaining about how cold it is, but then it's because it's really been freezing, and I understand that this is Scotland and should be cold, but then again, I'm not so used to it. So I end up sometimes wearing socks and heels so many times, and it looks stylish depending on how you wear them. Disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your neck. We got 5 minutes for it to disconnect from all intellect. And then, so for the rules that you guys should think about following is 1, do not reveal too much. This happens about balance. You need to balance. It's good to show off some of the body parts that you really love a lot. Sometimes it's shoulders, sometimes it's cleavage, sometimes it's legs, depending on what you love to show here and there. Just make sure you balance everything at the end of the day. Don't reveal too much. You're showing shoulder, you're showing legs, you're showing cleavage, you're showing back. No thanks. We don't want to see every bit of your body. And also, when we do, we're wondering if you're not feeling cold, So for an outfit that really doesn't have a great hemline, then there are some things that you can be struggling with. Maybe it's too high, and so you have to keep on like dropping down your skirt, or maybe it's too low that you feel it's quite uneasy to walk with, or like sit in it these are some of the struggles I don't really think we want to go through. And the last thing to say is that just make sure you're comfortable in what you're wearing. So however it is your outfit looks like, if people don't think it's that amazing, if people think it's, you know, too much or too little, as long as you feel amazing and comfortable in your outfit, then you're good to go. So that's all for me today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Do keep your comments coming and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and share this video. Have an amazing week, and I will see you guys in my next one. And before I leave, you guys subscribe. Bye.